Welcome back to the Brickscore YouTube channel, and in today's video we are covering the top 10 LEGO sets retiring at the end of the year. Unfortunately for us collectors, LEGO sets only have a certain shelf life, so this video will show you my personal top 10 sets retiring so you don't miss out on one of these unbelievable sets. The sets I have selected are in no particular order and cover a wide range of themes, so let's get into the sets. First up is set 75331, the UCS Razor Crest from LEGO Star Wars, which retails for £520 for 6,187 pieces and also has 4 minifigures. I think this set is an absolute must-buy for any LEGO Star Wars collectors, as the build is absolutely incredible, with a fully detailed exterior and a surprisingly big interior space inside. I think a lot of LEGO Star Wars collectors have the UCS Razor Crest high up on their list, and for absolutely good reason. It looks incredible on display, and the curves in the design are just brilliant. I think there is an additional reason for picking up the set, however, as the Mandalorian movie is due to release in 2026, and a Razor Crest, albeit a slightly different design to the UCS version, will be making an appearance. So it looks as if the Razor Crest will be the Mandalorian's vehicle of choice again, following it getting blown up in the TV show. As a result, it would be nice to have the UCS version of the ship going into the future, and it is also rumoured that we will be getting a UCS N1 Starfighter in 2026, so you can pair them together brilliantly. And while I don't want to give investment or pricing advice, as it's not really my speciality, I do really see the set rising in price post-retirement due to both the unique figures in the set and also because of the expected appearance in the movie. My next set is 21335, the Motorized Lighthouse, which retails for £260 for 2,065 pieces and 2 minifigures. The obvious key standout is the motorised feature on the lighthouse, which hides a battery under the base and the wire that goes up to the rotating light. It's not very often we get working features like this, especially in sets that hide the function so well. Looking away from the lighthouse function, the build for the house is brilliant as well. It has a lovely interior that includes a light-up fireplace, small kitchen, and a bed for the lighthouse keeper. The rocky exterior brings a lot of life to the set as well, even though it's mainly to hide the battery, but it just elevates the set even more to make the lighthouse feel very tall. The 2-figure inclusions are cool as well, being the lighthouse keeper and the fisherwoman, who has a lovely dark green colour scheme and fisher hat. I'm unsure if I have a little bias to the set after watching Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe in The Lighthouse recently, but this set has such a charm, and if you enjoyed the motorised LEGO sets, I think this will be a good pickup. The only downside for me is the price, which is inevitable because of the motorised functions. Next up is set 76178, the Daily Bugle, which costs £300 for 3,789 pieces and has 25 minifigures. I think for a lot of LEGO Marvel collectors, this genuinely could be the greatest LEGO Marvel set ever. Not only do you get this unbelievable build, which is absolutely massive, that has a full interior full of references to Spider-Man media, but you get such a wide, varied mix of minifigures spanning multiple different Marvel projects, such as The Punisher, Daredevil, and Blade. You get a wide range of villains too, such as Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Venom and Carnage, and Mysterio. The build alone could make the list for the top 10 retiring sets, but it's absolutely elevated by the figures as well. I think if you are a LEGO Marvel fan, this is an absolute requirement to have in your collection. The fourth set is 10305, the Lion Knight's Castle, which retails for £345 for 4,514 pieces and 22 minifigures. There aren't enough words to describe how brilliant this set is. LEGO Castle was one of the goated themes, and this set far surpasses any of those builds. It's split into many different sections, such as the main guard tower, the medieval style home with the straw roof, a drawbridge, and even a market stall section. The exterior is full of detail and interesting build techniques, and I haven't even mentioned the interior yet. Inside the build, there is plenty of rooms, such as the living chambers, a dining hall, a training yard for the knights, a little stable space, and even a toilet. Yes, a toilet. You also get 22 brilliant minifigures included as well, ranging from a heap of red and blue knights, a warrior queen with a horse, a small contingent of black and blue knights to fend off from the castle, some peasants, and no castle would be complete without a wizard. I just don't have enough praise for this set. It is absolutely unbelievable and had to be on the list. Next up is set 75357, the Ghost and Phantom 2, which retails for £150 for 1,394 pieces and has 5 minifigures. This set was actually top of my retiring LEGO Star Wars sets list, which I will link in the description below, as the build is genuinely incredible and the colour scheme across the build really pops on the model. I am also surprised by how much interior you get, as the ship by design is quite flat, but there is more than enough room for all your figures. The icing on the cake is the inclusion of both the Ghost and the Phantom, which really completes the build. The minifigures included are pretty good as well, but aren't the real highlight of the set, which could be the best non-UCS LEGO Star Wars model to have been released in the past few years. Next is set 76271, the LEGO Batman The Animated Series Gotham City, which retails for £260 for 4,210 pieces and has 4 minifigures. This set is absolutely massive and resembles more of a painting than a LEGO set, as it's built upon quite a thin base plate but is really wide, so you will certainly need a big enough space before you buy this one. For the build itself, I am amazed how well they managed to capture the vibe of the Batman animated universe, with its towering skyline, cluttered cramped underbelly and a deep red sky above is just brilliant. Naturally, the set is full of different Easter eggs and references to the show, which if you haven't watched yet, you really need to. Across the build, there are many different buildings, which if you remove the exterior, it has these character tiles behind them that attribute a character to the building, such as Commissioner Gordon and Detective Bullock to the GCPD, Gothcorp and Mr. Freeze, and Arkham Asylum with plenty of villains. The 4 minifigure inclusions are perfect for me, as you get Batman, Harley Quinn, Joker and Catwoman, which some people don't know, but Harley Quinn's first appearance was actually in this show. Overall, some may see the price as a little too steep, which I can totally agree with. Just over £250 for a purely display set isn't easy to stomach, but if you're a fan of the series, I think you couldn't ask for a more faithful set for such an incredible series, and for that reason, it makes the list. The next set is 76286, the Milano, which retails for £160 for 2,090 pieces and has 5 minifigures. For me, the MCU bringing the Guardians to the forefront of household Marvel names is one of its most impressive feats, and LEGO's design for their iconic ship is just as amazing. I think the real standout for this set is how the angles and flow of the ship was captured. The orange and blue colour scheme flows wonderfully across the face of the ship, and towards the back it just slightly angles, and this is followed up upon with the wings as well, which I imagine were quite hard to design. This high quality is present in the interior as well, as there is plenty of space inside, allowing you to sit all 5 of the crew in the cockpit. There is also a place to store the weapons, a few references such as Yondu, and Quill's awesome mix on the wall. I am also very pleased with the minifigures, as it really focuses on the classic crew, being Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, Rocket and Groot, who all have this dark red jumpsuit apart from Baby Groot. While it would have been nice to get other characters such as Mantis or Nebula, I think there's a charm to just the crew, but I do get the argument for extra figures, as 5 is quite low for a set this size and price. Overall, I think this is possibly up there as the most detailed UCS style LEGO Marvel set, and basically a necessity for any LEGO MCU collector. Another great set retiring is set 43222, the Disney Castle, retailing for £345 for 4,837 pieces and 8 minifigures. Now, I don't have a great deal to say about this set, as I'm not a massive Disney fan, but I do know it's the iconic castle you see at the beginning of the movies. Not only do you get the full exterior, which looks brilliant, but you get a full interior which has references to a heap of different films, such as The Sword in the Stone, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, and many, many more across the set. The build as a whole is absolutely incredible, and it's seriously tall. To top it off, you get some awesome minifigures with some brilliant moulds and prints, but I would say the main draw of this set is definitely the build, which is stunning. Our penultimate set is set 71411, the Mighty Bowser, which retails for £230 for 2,807 pieces, but has no minifigures. The build is a large-scale buildable figure of arguably the most iconic video game villain of all time. The build also consists of a small stand of Bowser's castle with a couple towers and a red carpet which has enough room for Bowser to stand on. The figure itself is absolutely massive, which I think was necessary to capture Bowser's imposing scale and also make it a good display piece. There is a surprising amount of moving features for Bowser, as you can move his arms, bend the elbows, but my favourite part is that you can move his eyebrows, which give him a very funny expression. Bowser's head can also be moved, and there is a hidden play feature that shoots a fireball. This is one of those sets that if you were looking for something more than just display, it may not be the set for you. However, if you're a big Mario fan, I don't think you'll be disappointed at all. The price is a little bit hard to stomach, however, at £230. And finally, we have set 71799, the Ninjago City Markets, which costs £320 for 6,163 pieces and 21 minifigures. I will start off the review by saying I've never watched Lego Ninjago, I've never seen anything to do with it, I've never bought a set, I've no idea who the characters are, so a lot of the references have probably gone over my head, but I'm amazed about how much detail is in this set. If you know me from my Lego Star Wars TikToks, you'll know just how much I love a building in Lego, and this is essentially a load of buildings mashed together. You get a blacksmith's or a weapons shop, what looks to be a shop in the lovely lime green colour, and an incredible karaoke club. My favourite parts, however, are the cable car that goes across the build, which the figures can access via the cable car station, and also the sushi restaurant with a brick-built octopus on top. I love the water feature the set is built upon, and also the red bridge that crosses it. I could genuinely spend a whole video speaking about all the little details, but I haven't even talked about the minifigures yet. You get 21 in total, and I think the best part about it is how varied the figures are, such as some ninjas, this angry looking flamethrowing woman, and also a brilliant wheelchair inclusion. Can I also mention there is a Bionicle reference in the set? Overall, this set packs so many details into such a fun build. What a great set. And that wraps up the top 10 LEGO sets retiring at the end of 2025. As always, I hate to see these LEGO sets go. We are losing some brilliant ones this year. So if you want any of them 10 sets retiring at the end of this year, make sure you pick them up. Let me know in the comments below if you agree with my list or if there's some set you feel that needed to be on there that I've missed. And if you enjoyed this video, please drop it a like and subscribe for more LEGO news, LEGO reviews and LEGO rankings. And I'll see you in the next one.